History is important because Christianity is a historical religion. God has acted through history. He has given us scriptures that have been interpreted through history. Christianity is not reinvented every Sunday. So an understanding of how we get to be where we are is crucial to understanding who we are in the present. Athanasius was a 4th century bishop, and he's probably the single man most responsible for the orthodox definition of the Trinity, of which we are heirs. I think he would see modern American Christianity as being far too pragmatic, not having a grasp of the mystery and the holiness of God, and downplaying essential doctrines of the faith. It's the thought of Athanasius that lies behind what we now know as the Nicene Creed. Actually, it was a creed formulated at the Council of Constantinople in 381. But the Nicene Creed, which is the fundamental definition of God as Trinity in the Church's history, would not have been possible if Athanasius had not done the important theological and linguistic work that he had done in the previous decade. Confessions are public statements of faith produced by the Church to explain what we believe and why we believe it. I think they're still important for today. You say we live in an anti-confessional age. I don't think we do. I think we actually live in an age of private confessions. Everybody has a confession. The only difference is, are you honest about it, and do you write it down, and do you allow other people to critique it? The Unitarians, for example, would claim to have no confession, but I'm pretty sure I will never be invited to preach in a Unitarian church because I'm Trinitarian in my theology. So they do have a confession, they just don't write it down. Some other facts to know about Athanasius. Well, I've already mentioned his importance in the role of formulating the Nicene Creed, which is ultimately a discussion of the very definition of who God is, so that makes him singularly important. He was also very important because the identity of Jesus Christ, of course, is closely connected to how you understand salvation. So we are heirs in the Protestant Orthodox churches today. We're heirs of the work that Athanasius did in terms of the person and work of the Lord Jesus Christ. He also wrote an extremely influential biography, The Life of Antony, which detailed the life of an early church monk who lived in the desert. There's much there, I think, that we would disagree with today. But what is interesting about that work is it does present a vision of what the ideal Christian looks like. And it's a good example of a work where, even where we disagree with it, it provokes us to think in terms of, well, what does a true and faithful Christian look like in a particular society? So Athanasius' writings are still fruitful and fertile territory.